Welcome to the 9th video lecture on Module 3 of Basic Electrical. In this, we are going to see in detail about three-phase supply connections. We know that in a three-phase system, we are having three phases or three sets of coils. These coils can be connected in two ways. One is known as the star connection and the second one is known as the delta connection. Let's see each of these connections in detail. First one is the star connection. So in star connection, the three windings or the three coils, they are connected in such a way that the similar ends are connected together. So if you are looking into the figure, we can see that the similar ends of the coil in each phase, that is R dash, B dash and Y dash, they are connected together to form a common point, and this common point is known as the neutral. And the free ends, that is R, Y and B, they are connected to the load. And one more structure for the star connection can be drawn like this. This is the coil of the first phase, so I am denoting it as R, R dash. Then the coil of the second phase, I am denoting it as Y, Y dash. Then the third phase, that is B, B dash. So the similar ends are connected together, so we will be connecting R dash, Y dash and B dash, and this common point that is taken outside and denoted as neutral. So R, Y, B and neutral. So both are same connection wise, but the representation is bit different. So at this point, let's check what will be the current through the neutral. We know that from this figure, second figure, it is clear that the current through the neutral, that will be the sum of current through all these three phases. Assume that these three phases are balanced. That means impedance in R phase is equal to the impedance in Y phase. It is equal to the impedance in B phase. So, since all the phases are identical, the current through each phase will be the same in magnitude. But the phase will be different. That is, current through R phase can be written as Im sin omega t. And the current through Y phase can be written as Im sin omega t minus 120 degree. And the current through B phase will be Im sin omega t plus 120 degree. So if we are adding up these three currents using vector addition, it is found that the total current is 0. That means the current through neutral will be 0. So this is all about the star connection. And the second, that is the delta connection. So in the delta connection, the coils are connected in such a way so as to form a delta or a triangle. Here we can see that the dissimilar ends are connected. That is, if you are looking in the figure, we can see that the R dash is connected to Y, Y dash is connected to B and B dash is connected to R. All the three coils are connected to form a closed loop or the shape of a delta. Then this free ends R, Y, B. They will be connected to the loads. So here we can see that there is no neutral point because there is no point where all the three coils are connected. So there is no neutral. So neutral connection is absent in the case of a delta connection, but in the case of a star we will be having a neutral point. Now let's see some of the important terminologies that is associated with voltage and current that we will be frequently using in a three-phase system. The first one is the phase voltage, which is usually denoted as VPH. Phase voltage, that is a voltage across a single phase. In the case of a star connection, we can say that it is the voltage between one transmission line and a neutral. Then second one is the line voltage, which is denoted as VL. Line voltage, that is the voltage between any two transmission line. And the third parameter is phase current. So from the name itself it is clear. The phase current, that will be current in a phase, and it is denoted as IPH. Similarly, we will be having the line current. So line current, that will be the current through a transmission line, and it is usually denoted as IL. So these are the common terminologies that we will be coming across in a three-phase system. Next, let's see the relationship between phase voltage and line voltage. Similarly, phase current and line current in star connected system as well as the delta connected system. So first of all, we are having a star connected system. Let's first see the relationship between the phase voltage as well as the line voltage. So we know that the phase voltage, that is the voltage across one phase, or it is the voltage across one coil, or in another words we can say that it is the voltage between one transmission line, this is your transmission line, and the neutral. So here we are having three transmission lines, this one, second one and the third one. So in the figure, the phase voltage here are marked as VR, VY and VB. So these three are the phase voltage. So since we are assuming that this system is balanced, that is, the impedance in each phase is the same. So since it's a balanced system, the magnitude of the phase voltage will be the same. That is, we can write phase voltage VPH, that is equal to VR, that is equal to VY equal to VB. Then next term is the line voltage. The line voltage, that is actually the voltage between any two transmission line. So line voltage, that can be the voltage between R and Y, or it can be the voltage between Y and B, or it is the voltage between B and R. Since this is a balanced system, all these voltages will be the same. That is, we can write VL, that is equal to VRY, which is equal to VYB, which is equal to VBR. Now let's find the relationship between VL and V phase. So VL is equal to VRY, right? So VRY, that is actually VR minus Vy. That's voltage between R and Y. That is, it is the difference of voltage between those two phases. But we know that VR and Vy are phases. So to find the difference between them, we need the phasor diagram. So while drawing the phasor diagram, here the R phase, that is taken as the reference phasor. So this is the phasor representation of VR voltage. Then 120 degree lagging, we will be drawing the Vy voltage. And then 120 degree away from Vy voltage, we will be having the Vb voltage. Our aim is to find VR minus Vy. So VR minus Vy, that can be written as VR plus minus Vy. So first let's draw the minus Vy phasor. So Vy phasor is along this direction. So minus Vy, that will be just opposite. So this is your minus Vy phasor. Now to find the sum of these two phasors, VR and minus Vy, we can use the mathematical formula for parallelogram law of addition. That is, sum of two vectors, vector A and vector B, will be equal to root of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. What theta is the angle between those two vectors A and B. So for applying the formula, we need the angle between VR and minus Vy. So here we know that the angle between VR and Vb, that is 120 degree. Minus Vy is passing through the center of these VR and Vb. So the angle between VR and minus Vy will be 60 degree. Then the resultant of VR and minus Vy can be drawn like this, VRY. Then substituting in the formula, VRY, that will be equal to modulus of VR square plus modulus of minus Vy square plus 2VR minus Vy cos 60 degree. Here we need the modulus of VR, or the magnitude of the phase voltages. We know that magnitude of VR, that will be Vph. And VRY, that is actually your line voltage. So we can write VL is equal to root of, instead of VR, magnitude of VR, I am substituting it as Vph. Then magnitude of minus Vy, that is also a phase voltage. So again Vph. So we will be having Vph square plus Vph square plus 2 V phase into cos 60 value, that is 1 by 2. Simplifying, we will be getting in the answer as VL is equal to root 3 times the phase voltage. That is, in a star connection, line voltage is root 3 times the phase voltage. Now let's see the relationship between the line current and phase current. So we know that the line current, that is the current through transmission line. So these lines currents are marked with red arrows. This is transmission line 1, transmission line 2 and the transmission line 3. And these are the 3 line currents. And the phase current, that is the current through each phase or each coils. So here the phase current, that is marked with the blue arrows. From the figure it is clear that the line current, that is same as your phase current. So we can say that IL. So in a 3-phase star connection, VL is equal to root 3 V phase and IL equal to I phase. Now let's see what will be the power consumed. We know that the power in a single phase, that will be voltage in that phase into current in that phase into cos phi. VI cos phi, right? But here we are having three phases. So three phase power, that will be 3 times the single phase power. In another words, it is equal to 3 V phase I phase cos phi. In a star connection, we know that VL equal to root 3 V phase and IL is equal to I phase. Substituting in the above equation, we will be getting 3 phase power as root 3 VL IL cos phi. So in terms of phase voltage and phase current, 3 phase power is 3 V phase I phase cos phi, and in the terms of the line voltage and line current, the 3 phase power is root 3 VL IL cos phi. Now let's see the relationship between the line and phase values in a delta connected system. So a delta connected system that is shown in the figure, we know that the line current, that is the current through each transmission line, and the phase current, that is the current through each phase, and here it is denoted as IR, IB and IY. So phase current IPH, that can be written as I, that is equal to IR, which is equal to IY, that is equal to IB. The magnitude will be the same. And the line currents, that will be IR minus IB, IY minus IR and IB minus IY. That is IL is equal to IR minus IB, it's equal to IY minus IR, that's equal to IB minus IY. So if you are looking over here in the transmission line 1, here we can see that at this point, if you are taking, IR is entering and IB is leaving. So current through this transmission line 1 will be IR minus IB, the difference of these two currents. Now let's see the relationship between the line current and phase current. For that we need the phasor diagram. So we know that the line current, we are taking the line current in the first transmission line, that is IL is equal to IR minus IB. So first of all we need to draw the phasor diagram. So IR phasor, that is taken as the reference phasor. Then 120 degree away from IR phasor we are having a IY phasor. Then 120 degree away from IY phasor we are having the IB phasor. Here also similar to the earlier case, we need to find IR minus IB, or we can write it as IR plus minus IB. So minus IB, that can be drawn in the direction opposite to IB. So this is your minus IB. So using vector addition, we can find the line current. Then the angle between IR and minus IB, that will be 60 degree, because the angle between IR and IY is 120 degree and IB is passing through the center. So the angle between IR and minus IB will be 60 degree. And the resultant line current, that can be drawn like this. So substituting in the equation for parallelogram law of vector addition, we can write IL is equal to root of IR square plus minus IB square plus 2 IR minus IB cos 60 degree. We know that magnitude of IR square, that is IR is actually the current in a phase. So magnitude of IR, that will be I phase. Similarly the magnitude of IB, that will also be I phase. So substituting, we will be getting IL is equal to root of I phase square plus I phase square plus 2 I phase into I phase into 1 by 2 cos 60 value. That is, simplifying, we will be getting IL is equal to root 3 I phase. So in a delta connection, the line current is root 3 times the phase current. Now let's see the relationship between the line voltage and phase voltage in a delta connected system. So line voltage, that is the voltage between any two transmission line. So line voltage can be the voltage between R and Y, or it can be the voltage between Y and B, or it can be the voltage between R and B. So that is the line voltage. Here the line voltage is indicated with the red arrow. Then the second one is the phase voltage. The phase voltage, that is the voltage across any phase or any set of winding. Here the phase voltage, that will be the voltage across this coil, or it can be the voltage across this coil, or it can be the voltage across this coil. So from the figure we can see that the line voltage, that is between R and Y, the phase voltage, that is also between R and Y. So that means the line voltage is equal to the phase voltage, or we can say VL equal to V phase. So in a delta connected system, VL or line voltage is equal to phase voltage, and line current is √3 times the phase current. Now let's see the power consumed in a delta connected system. Similarly, the single phase power, that is equal to V phase I phase cos phi. So the three phase power, that will be equal to 3 times V phase I phase cos phi. Here in delta connected system, we are having IL equal to √3 I phase and VL equal to V phase. Substituting in the above equation, we will be getting it as 3 phase power is equal to √3 VL IL cos phi. So equation for power in star and delta is the same. Only difference is the relationship in the line and phase parameters of both voltage and current. So that's the end of this video lecture. Thank you.